The McDonnell Douglas Helicopter System's MD-500 Defender is a light multi-role military helicopter based on the MD-500 light utility helicopter and OH-6 Kias light observation helicopter. The original OH-6 Kias helicopter proved its worth during the Vietnam War in the light helicopter role. The designers at Hughes realized there was a market for a light multi-mission helicopter with an improved equipment fit than the OH-6 and Model 500M. The resulting design was the Model 500 MD Defender, which first flew in 1976. It was tailored for specific roles, including unarmed observation and an armed scout helicopter equipped with TOW anti-tank missiles. An anti-submarine version was developed with a search radar, magnetic anomaly detector and the capability to carry lightweight aerial torpedoes. MD Helicopters had submitted a version called the MD-540F in the United States Army's Armed Aerial Scout Program. This caused Boeing to try and block MD Helicopters from participating, citing agreements the company struck in 2005 to offer the mission-enhanced Little Bird in the Armed Reconnaissance Helicopter Program. As part of the venture, MD Helicopters sold intellectual property related to the aircraft's design. The two companies lost the bid and the program was ultimately cancelled when MD Helicopters disclosed plans to offer the MD-540F in the ARS program in April 2012. Boeing claimed that they could not sell any similarly configured aircraft to any US or foreign military organization. Boeing offered their AH-6 in the competition. MD Helicopter said Boeing did not object to previous sales to armed forces and governments in Japan, Jordan, and Italy, as well as to United States Special Operations and local US police forces. Restrictions on selling aircraft similar to the Little Bird, domestically or to foreign users, would have put the company out of business. In July 2013, a federal court ruled that MD Helicopters could not be blocked from offering their aircraft. The Army ended the ARS program in late 2013. The Sikorsky SH-60/MH-60 Seahawk is a twin-turboshaft engine, multi-mission United States Navy helicopter, based on the United States Army UH-60 Black Hawk, and a member of the Sikorsky S-70 family. The most significant modifications are the folding main rotor and a hinged tail, to reduce its footprint aboard ships. The United States Navy uses the H-60 airframe under the model designations SH-60B, SH-60F, HH-60H, MH-60R, and MH-60S. Able to deploy aboard any air-capable frigate, destroyer, cruiser, fast combat support ship, amphibious assault ship, or aircraft carrier, the Seahawk can handle anti-submarine warfare, anti-surface warfare, naval special warfare insertion, search and rescue, combat search and rescue, vertical replenishment, and medical evacuation. The Sikorsky MH-60G/HH-60G Paid Hawk is a twin-turboshaft engine helicopter in service with the United States Air Force. It is a derivative of the UH-60 Black Hawk and incorporates the United States Air Force PAVE Electronic Systems program. The HH-60/MH-60 is a member of the Sikorsky S-70 family. The MH-60G Paid Hawk's primary mission is insertion and recovery of special operations personnel, while the HH-60G Paid Hawk's core mission is recovery of personnel under hostile conditions, including combat search and rescue. Both versions conduct day or night operations into hostile environments. Because of its versatility, the HH-60G may also perform peacetime operations such as civil search and rescue, emergency aeromedical evacuation, disaster relief, international aid and counter-drug activities. The Bell AH-1 Cobra is a two-blade rotor, single-engine attack helicopter manufactured by Bell Helicopter. It was developed using the engine, transmission, and rotor system of the Bell UH-1 Iroquois. A member of the prolific UE family, the AH-1 is also referred to as the UE Cobra or Snake. The AH-1 was the backbone of the United States Army's attack helicopter fleet, but has been replaced by the AH-64 Apache in Army service. Upgraded versions continue to fly with the militaries of several other nations. The AH-1 twin-engine versions remain in service with the United States Marine Corps as the service's primary attack helicopter. Surplus AH-1 helicopters have been converted for fighting forest fires. The AH-1 Cobras were in use by the Army during the Tet Offensive in 1968 and through to the end of the Vietnam War. Cobras provided fire support for ground forces, escorted transport helicopters and other roles, including aerial rocket artillery battalions in the 2 Air Mobile divisions. They also formed hunter-killer teams by pairing with OH-6A Scout helicopters. A team featured one OH-6 flying slow and low to find enemy forces. If the OH-6 drew fire, the Cobra could strike at the then revealed enemy. On the 12th of September 1968, Captain Ronald Fogelman was flying an F-100 Super Sabre when the aircraft was shot down, and he ejected 200 miles north of Bien Hoa. Fogelman became the only pilot to be rescued by holding onto an Army AH-1G's deployed gun panel door. Bell built 1,116 AH-1Gs for the United States Army between 1967 and 1973, and the Cobras chalked up over 1 million operational hours in Vietnam. The number of Cobras in service peaked at 1,081. Out of nearly 1,110 AH-1s delivered from 1967 to 1973, approximately 300 were lost to combat and accidents during the war. The United States Marine Corps used AH-1G Cobras in Vietnam for a short time before acquiring twin-engine AH-1J Cobras. The Boeing AH-64 Apache is an American twin-turboshaft attack helicopter with a tailwheel-type landing gear arrangement and a tandem cockpit for a crew of 2. It features a nose-mounted sensor suite for target acquisition and night vision systems. It is armed with a 30mm M230 chain gun carried between the main landing gear, under the aircraft's forward fuselage, and 4 hardpoints mounted on stub wing pylons for carrying armament and stores, typically a mixture of AGM-114 Hellfire missiles and Hydra 70 rocket props. The AH-64 has significant systems redundancy to improve combat survivability. The Apache began as the Model 77 developed by Hodges Helicopters for the United States Army's Advanced Attack Helicopter program to replace the AH-1 Cobra. The prototype YAH-64 was first flown on the 30th of September 1975. The United States Army selected the YAH-64 over the Bell YAH-63 in 1976, and later approved full production in 1982. After purchasing Hodges Helicopters in 1984, McDonnell Douglas continued AH-64 production and development. The helicopter was introduced to United States Army service in April 1986. The advanced AH-64D Apache Longbow was delivered to the Army in March 1997. Production has been continued by Boeing Defense, Space and Security, with over 2,000 AH-64s being produced by 2013. The Boeing Sikorsky RAH-66 Comanche was a stealth-armed reconnaissance and attack helicopter designed for the United States Army. Following decades of development, during 2004, the RAH-66 program was cancelled prior to mass production commencing, by which point nearly $7 billion had been already spent on the program. During the early 1980s, the United States Army started to formulate requirements for the replacement of its helicopters then in service, which resulted in the launch of the Light Helicopter Experimental Program. Nearly a decade later, following the refinement of requirements, evaluation of submissions, and the rebranding of the program as the Light Helicopter Program, during April 1991, the Army announced the selection of the Boeing Sikorsky team's design as the contest winner, shortly after which a contract for construction of prototypes was awarded. The Comanche was to incorporate several advanced elements, such as stealth technologies, and a number of previously untried design features. Operationally, it was to employ advanced sensors in its reconnaissance role, where it was intended to designate targets for the AH-64 Apache. It was also armed with one rotary cannon, and could carry missiles and rockets in internal bays, and optionally on stub wings for light attack duties.